and that'll knock temperatures down just a couple of degrees. Good news, we aren't worried about the tropics still here for the next at least 5 days or 7 days or so. We've got a tropical feature out here that doesn't look all that healthy this morning. It's not going to do anything today or tomorrow, but once we get into the end of the week here, we do think this is going to start to at least have some storms with it, and then that's when we may see some gradual development by this weekend. You can see here still a fairly large area of uncertainty on where this may come together. There are some solutions that keep it out in the east of Florida. There are some that keep a weak system near Florida, and then there's some that are even weaker that enter the eastern Gulf of Mexico. So how quickly this system organizes and how strong it is will determine which path it's going to take. A stronger system would more than likely turn to the east here, and you can see that depicted with our two different global models. They're showing very different outcomes. Most have been leaning towards this eastern track off the coast of the southeast United States. The GFS has been the outlier of the American model. It has a slower system getting into the Gulf of Mexico and kind of hanging out around the Gulf as we go into next week. Now, both are still possible, but the one that seems at least a little bit more likely right now is the one that turns off the east coast of Florida. Here's why you've got the big difference in models right now. Now, in the near term, they both agree it's traveling north and west over towards the Greater Antilles and towards the Bahamas. This is where they start to split. The European model has a stronger storm, at least maybe a tropical storm that turns up the east coast here, riding around the ridge. The GFS has a weaker system that doesn't really feel the tug of that trough, and it gets a little further into the Gulf here and then gets trapped under the ridge of high pressure, which is why it keeps it in the Gulf. So that's the big difference in our models right now. And honestly, both are still possible, so I don't want to write this off until it's completely gone, but concern level is still very, very low with this. I don't want us to get worked up about it at this point. Just check back in daily to see if there's any changes in the forecast. So far, there haven't been any major changes here or thinking. Our 7-day, it's just hot. We're going to be in the 90s, 20% chance of rain the next 4 days. We'll bump that up to a 30 to 40% chance Saturday and Sunday. That'll help out with temperatures ever so slightly. The marine forecast, winds are light and variable, under 10 knots most days. You can see the chop is not going to be a major problem either. High tide's going to happen through the rest of the afternoon or the rest of the morning, and your low tide, that will happen as we head into this evening.